2024 worst-ஆன year-ஆ இருந்துச்சு when it comes to college placements. நீங்க first year college join பண்ணும்போது நிறைய பேருக்கு ஒரு dream இருந்திருக்கும். I need to get a 20 LPA or a 30 LPA package straight out of college. But the truth is most people never actually achieve that dream, and most people when they reach 4th year அங்க யோசிச்சிட்டு இருப்பாங்க like I just need to get one job which pays me semi decently like close to 2.5 LPA, 3 LPA, especially when I graduate. So in this video we are going to discuss what are the kind of job opportunities which pay you more than 20 LPAs, especially when you graduate from college, and what are the different fields that you can explore when you are in college so that you can grab that kind of a placement. If you're new here, my name is Hari. I'm a recent graduate from BITS Planning. Now on the 2023 I graduated on BITS Planning and the company that I got placed in was a day one company. They go to like top IITs and other colleges and they take the first slots, which means they're one of the good companies when it comes to placements. So first நம்ம என்ன செக்டர்ல பார்க்க போறதுன்னா வந்து இருக்குறதுலே காமனான ஒரு job profile is that of a software engineer. But the truth is most people they graduate as a software engineer but not in one of the places which pay you really high. நிறைய companies around TCS, Wipro, HCL and other companies they pay you like close to 2.5 3.5 lakhs per annum. But then the real money is there in startups and other large MNCs, especially in high growth startups like Swiggy, Zomato and other kind of startups like in fintech which are like Cred and other companies like that, where they raise huge amounts of funding and then they try to like dump it into their product and engineering teams so that they actually end up growing well over the years. And the other place where high paying jobs are available are in MNCs like like Microsoft, Google and other places. So நீங்க இந்த மாதிரி opportunities எப்படி avail பண்றது அப்படினு நீங்க கேட்டிங்கனா there is only like 2-3 different ways that you can do it. The first way is by practicing DSA, which is data structures and algorithms. They go to platforms like LeetCode, InterviewBit, Codeforces and other platforms like that and start practicing day in and day out. நீங்க எல்லா நாளும் ஒரு 5-6 problems நீங்க போடிங்கனா by the end of like 3-4 months you will have a good strong hold over your problem solving ability. At the same time try to focus on your development skills as well. Development skills na என்னடா சொல்றேன், development skill na வந்து like நீங்க front end இல்ல back end, suppose something like React or like Angular or not even Angular, something like Django or Node.js. If you have strength in those kind of skill sets, then startups directly they will come and recruit you because it's easy for them to onboard you, right? On the basis of projects and on the basis of your resume and your contributions to open source. These kind of things they help you shortlist very very quickly. எல்லாருமே மறந்து போற ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம்னா they don't really prepare the computer science fundamentals really well, that is related to object oriented programming, the database management systems, operating systems. So in the மாதிரி questions lang kuda companies they ask you a lot in the form of MCQs. So make sure to prepare all of these. So it's just like 2-3 different things, that is DSA, computer science fundamentals and having a strong hold over your development concepts. And if you have experience in one of them, even like one stack, let's say related to Spring Boot or something related to like backend development using Django or Node.js or building something using React, something like that, it's just a huge value addition to your portfolio and makes you like incredibly valuable to any of the companies that are trying to recruit. ரெண்டாவது இருக்கிறதுல important ஆன field that engineering students should try pursuing is the field of data science. நிறைய பேர் கேட்டிருந்தாங்க like why data science, why is there a sudden boom in the field of ML and AI? It is because of the introduction of large language models, especially big companies like OpenAI, Google and all these other companies. They have invested so much of their energy and potential into AI and there's a huge boom in the field of AI. If you're someone who's into the field of AI, if you're someone in the field of machine learning, there's a lot of demand for you at this point of time. And companies in general, they are trying to understand நம்ம LLMs எப்படி leverage பண்ணலாம் and how do we actually make sure that we don't actually get left behind in the world of AI. And generally companies they are large storehouses of data. If you go to a financial institution, they have huge data of the amount of transactions that you do per month. What are the things that you buy and what are the things that you actually sell? How many things do you keep something for? And do you have home loans and do you have EMIs and other kind of things? So given that they have so much of data, anga check பண்ணுவாங்க, okay, like how can we implement some sort of models on this so that we can derive meaningful output from them. நீங்க ஒரு engineering student இருந்தீங்கன்னா make sure to have a strong hold of Python, probability, statistics and other mathematical concepts so that ஒரு baseline உங்களுக்கு set around so that you can go and explore more on top of that. There are very very good courses from Andrew NG where you can actually learn more about machine learning and deep learning, and there's a very very good playlist by Andrej Karpathy on large language models that you can look into when you are actually exploring the field of LLMs as well. இந்த மாதிரி fields ரொம்ப like they are progressing very fast very quickly, so try to get advantage of them and try to like explore more into them so that you guys have a very good career get ahead. I made a full-fledged podcast where நான் வந்து ஒரு சீனியர்ட்ட பேசியிருந்தேன். NVIDIAவில் ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. அவங்க AI engineer ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. So you can watch that podcast. I will link it in the description as well. I will put it somewhere in the video as well so that you guys can actually learn from it. நான் intern பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தபோது கூட I saw there's a huge amount of take-up where companies are actually building in-house models to understand how they can leverage data and so that they can use it for their own betterment. So adnala don't sleep on the field of AI and machine learning because like it is obviously one of the really well-paying places and it is the right place to be at the right time. Number third பார்க்க போற field வந்து it's not even an engineering field, it's more of a non-tech field. அப்படி கூட non-techல கூட நிறைய பேர் engineering பசங்க போயிட்டு இருக்காங்க. என்ன fieldனா வந்து it's more of product management. Product manager like it's not even an engineering field but still people are still preparing. Why? The obvious reason is that product managers they get paid a really good amount of money as opposed to some engineer who's working on a very niche field like like mechanical or chemical, especially in India. ஏன்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா வந்து product managers are more of a generalist people. They're not very specific in general, and then the way they prepare for it is by actually going through case studies and solving business competitions, and from there they get a sort of a product sense and then they apply for these kind of roles. முன்னாடி வந்து MBA படிச்சவங்க தான் முன்னாடி product manager இருந்தாங்க. ஆனா இப்போ அப்படிலாம் ஒன்றும் இல்லை. Even engineering students they can apply to be a product manager. I see many of my friends they are working as associate product managers at big companies like Flipkart and other CoinSwitch, Uber and a lot of other companies, right? So if you are someone who's aspiring and you're not interested in tech, try to move towards something like product management. It will be very very useful for you. இன்னொரு notable ஆன field ன்னு சொன்ன போனா it is electrical engineering. There are companies like Texas Instruments, Qualcomm and other amazing companies which offer very very high packages, more than like 20-25 LPA for students who are acing electrical engineering. நீங்க கேட்டிருக்கலாம் நீங்க electrical engineering போல நீங்க Texas Instruments குலாம் போல. ஏன்னா வந்து I was not a very keen and very passionate towards electrical engineering. ஆனா எனக்கு தெரியும் நிறைய ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் நிறைய ரொம்ப நல்லா படிக்கிற பசங்க இருந்தாங்க காலேஜ்லயே. லைக் they were super hard working and super focused and they wanted to become electrical engineers. நான் ஒரு பாட்காஸ்ட் ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க என் ஃப்ரெண்ட் ரோஹித் கூட. அவன் வந்து he's working in Google as a silicon engineer, so you can go watch that as well. And he gave amazing insights on like what you should actually do to prepare to be a great electrical engineer. There are some important topics to focus on like digital design, there's analog digital VLSI design, and there are static timing analysis are some of the important topics to focus on to become a great electrical engineer. And trust me, the world of GPUs is evolving very very quickly. AI is evolving, so GPUs are also evolving very quickly. So having knowledge and understanding about electrical engineering fields is definitely going to take you to a different kind of place altogether. So இதுதான் நான் சொல்ல விரும்புறேன். If you're an engineering student, so make sure to focus on these 4 different fields: software engineering, electrical engineering, product management and of course data science. In the 4 field தான் most 90-95% of the packages which have more than 20 LPA mainly focus into these 4 fields, and maybe one exception might be finance. Maybe they get into a very finance role like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, those kind of roles. நீங்க வேற engineer நீங்க suppose let's say if you are a mechanical engineer or a chemical engineer, there are companies like ExxonMobil and Mercedes-Benz, but in India the pay is not that high. It's not more than like 20 LPA. It's definitely on the lower side, maybe like 12 LPA, 13 LPA, right? And even nalla colleges lang kuda like only like 1-2 students they actually go deep into that role, anga masters பண்ணிடுவாங்க அந்த ரோல்ல, then they will get to a higher position and a higher package. But straight out of college BTech ல இருந்து உங்களுக்கு ஒரு நல்ல package வேணும்னா these are the 4 different roles that most people prefer and the most people get into, right? And if you are someone who's in college, if you are someone who's preparing for engineering, or if you're someone who's just a teenager figuring out life, then this is the right channel to follow for you guys. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and there'll be more amazing videos coming up like this. எனக்கு தெரியும் நான் நிறைய தமிழ்ல பேசல, ஏன்னா வந்து கேமரா கூட தமிழ்ல பேசுறது வந்து கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமான விஷயம். ஏன்னா most of the conversation was in English, but then if you have any queries in Tamil, if you have any queries whatsoever, do put it on the comment section below. I will be ready to answer them, all of them. Thank you so much guys for watching. I'll see you.